Visuals, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to another edition of the Visual Guyz movie reviews. This time it is for the biggie. I am still excited, I am still over the moon. It is my spoiler-free review for Spider-Man. Brand new day. I saw it last night. I'm going to go again later tonight. I've just got in from work, so I'm still minging and horrible and disgusting. That's just me in general. But I need to get in. I've got to see the girlfriend, come home, film this, and then I'm going to go back and watch it. This will be my second viewing tonight. Oh my God. I'm going again tomorrow night with the boysies. Oh, visuals. Let's talk about Spider-Man, a brand new day. Before we get started, you know the normal crack, you know the usual shenanigans. If you've ever watched my reviews, I am very, not only am I easily pleased, I am very optimistic, and I'm usually quite happy about a lot of films. And we all know that Spidey is my main guy. So I'm going to be biased as fuck, but visuals, I could just end this review by saying that was fucking phenomenal. There you go. Bye. See you later. Getting to the point now because I'm using my little fucking handheld thing where my arms, I have to start to lean because my arm starts to hurt. I'm getting that unhealthy. But Spider-Man Brand New Day, what a fucking awesome film. Believe the hype is real. It is there. We saw that the announcement of Avengers Doomsday got like, you know, the first 24 hours of trailer was 500 million, but this was like 740 million or whatever. It is, and my screening last night, by the way, was fucking rammed. There was maybe 2 or 3, maybe 4 empty seats down at the bottom, and it was packed. And I think we all had an amazing... If anybody left that cinema saying they didn't have a good time, I'll fucking fight you. You're a liar. I mean, you could be telling the truth, but fuck off. Fucking chill. I know you're excited, dog. You haven't seen it yet. You'll be watching it when we get to watch it at home. You can't take it to the cinema because you're an annoying cunt. Where do we start with this film? Once again, I know this has been up for debate, and the love for Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire reignited when Far From Home, No Way Home, sorry, came out. Fuck me, I'm getting all goosebumpy and tingly because just film is amazing. But I said it a few years ago. I did a video on it, and I'm going to still stick by it. Tom Holland is my personal favorite Peter Parker / Spider-Man. Absolutely knocks it out of the park every single time that he puts on the outfit and does his thing. I think he's truly phenomenal. And as well, I know that some of his films, now is whatever you call one more than a trilogy, a quad. That some people have been hit and miss with him. I thoroughly enjoyed every single outing, and I think it's safe to say that this is my now favorite outing that we've had with Tom Holland. I think this is the best Tom Holland. I think this is the best Spider-Man film. Is it better than Spider-Verse? That's a conversation we'll have later. It is the best. I'm going to be biased and recency biased. It is the best Spider-Man film we've had. Right, so the story, again, I can't spoil. I want to talk so much, I can't spoil. We know the story. Peter's isolated. We know the events of the spell from No Way Home. Everybody forgetting him, MJ and Ned and everybody, and he's doing this new adventure on his own, sorting out his new outfit and all this kind of stuff, and he's again doing that balance. And that's why I love it so much, that balancing act between Peter and Spider-Man. What does Spider-Man have to sacrifice? What does Peter Parker have to sacrifice for Spider-Man? What does Spider-Man may have to sacrifice for Peter Parker? That sort of merry-go-round that he's always on. His journey to potentially reignite, again, without saying too much, that connection and relationship he had with Ned and MJ. How much of it will they explore? You'll find out soon. And just the new wave of villains. Tombstone, fun as fuck. The Boomerang, Tarantula and whatnot. Scorpion, absolutely awesome. Sadie Sink, again, that's a spoiler, so I'll let you guys explore it yourself. Me and Chris will do a spoiler-heavy review in like a week or so's time, where we can deep dive and talk all the bits and bobs and who's playing who and shit like that. But yep, she was absolutely great. Frank Castle's Punisher. There was a few question marks, I think, over a lot of Punisher fans when you're like, okay, we're going to put him in a kid-friendly, happy Spidey film. How's that going to work? Do we want that? Yeah, it works bang on. We saw it in the trailer where he wants to swear and shit. We get it works beautifully in my personal opinion. Banner backbeat as the Hulk was done so amazingly, and I absolutely loved him. But yeah, so the story again, he's isolated, he's doing his bits and bobs, web slinging everywhere. The web slinging sequences throughout this film, a lot of people, when they talk about Spider-Man films, they talk about how he looks when he's moving and, you know, swinging around and legs movement and arms and shit like this. I think this is definitely one of the best. Again, recency bias. I'll have to go back and relive it in my head and shit like that, and how swinging moments and stuff. Like, there's a moment, again, we kind of saw in the trailer, this wasn't a spoiler, when he's up against the Hulk and he's in a building, and it's well, all this Lego set shit up here. Going in and webbing and coming back out and stuff like that, and it just looked beautiful and slick and smooth and amazing and gorgeous, just how it should be when Spidey's swinging around doing his thing and stuff like that. So all them moments were absolutely great. There's great little uses when like a helicopter and all this kind of. Don't say too much, Daniel. I'm just too excited and amped up. I'm like a fucking kid on Christmas. The necessary is it necessary to have Hulk and stuff in this film? Because again, a few individual people that I know are a bit like, oh, why is Hulk in it and all this kind of shit. Every character involvement for me personally, again, super biased, the Spidey hat and all that shit on. I actually bought a new outfit for Spider-Man, but like I don't want to get it too minging before work, so before I go see it again, so because I'm sweaty and dirty. I am a stereotypical horrible living at your mum's basement nerd, doing great for the stereotype. Everybody's involvement was absolutely just, yeah, it worked and it was beautiful. It was awesome. Like I said, the visuals in this, the stunts, the cinematography was great. Like, there's so many moments in this that I would love to just capture and have plastered on my wall somewhere. In loads of individual moments of just amazing, beautiful Spidey badassery, if that's a real fucking word. Hulk looked great in this, and like I said, Frank Castle, John Bernthal, and this is all on the back of Ryan Gosling Ghost Rider announcement and all this kind of shit. I am sorry, I haven't felt it. I've definitely had lulls, but I haven't felt it. The MCU for me, again, being an optimistic brain dead moron, shield to like Marvel is always fantastic. The flame has never been extinguished with me, and it's just getting more and more elevated and all this kind of off the back of San Diego Comic-Con and shit like that. All these announcements, the future of the MCU was still great. Why was I talking about the future of the MCU? I'm supposed to talk about Spider. I'm just everywhere. What if I am shit at reviewing stuff? You've probably knocked it off already by now and thought that's a fat annoying dickhead, and I can't argue with that. Fucking DODC shit. Where's our DOD's Department of Damage Control? Where's our little truck? This shit fucking going nuts, and fucking the amount of, how many times is it fucking going nuts and doing loads of bits there, because obviously the building that we got for the Lego set, so we knew there was a big DODC building inside of the film, and their involvement inside of the film is just, yeah, great. And obviously we've had sprinkles of them throughout some of the Spidey stuff anyway, but yeah, so much awesomeness, just great comic book iconic covers, which we've seen in the trailers, so I don't need to spoil that, being used on the big screen. This new outfit, amazing. This new power set, we know that Spidey was gonna have this evolutionary change of organic weapon and all this kind of whatnot. Hence why he's going to Bruce Banner about like, what does this mean, all this kind of stuff. Yeah, so the story for me was bang on. It was, in some regards, a lot of it was, I guess you could say, a stereotypical comic book sort of style, because because some of them go a bit grand or some of them go a bit this way or whatever, but it was like a normal flicking through a comic book sort of esque story, which is absolutely perfect for me. I have no issues with that. The acting between everybody, so amazing. The action sequences, again, as well, funniness. I don't think we've ever had a Spider-Man film where there hasn't been funny moments, but this had its funny moments, which was great, and a few funny interactions between characters. Peter and Frank, they bounce off each other so well in this. But again, in a Spidey film, which we know, or a comic or whatever, there's a lot of vulnerable and heartache sort of moments, and we feel a lot of that through Peter's eyes and stuff. That moment where he sees MJ again for the first time inside of this film, it's you obviously, because you know what he sacrificed and what he had to do and what she said to him in the previous film about come find me, come tell me, and all this kind of stuff. Yeah, there are a lot of moments that will make your heart melt a little bit and be like, oh, fuck, 'cause I always feel bad for Pete, and I think that's why I love him so much. But yeah, I have not reviewed a single bit of this film at all, have I? Not properly anyway. Excited ball of mess. But yeah, visuals, it was fucking awesome. And again, I know you can't really take what I say at face value because of how, like I said, biased and just up Spider-Man's ass. I am, but it truly was a really fun outing. If you're not a big Spider-Man guy, which Chris wasn't hugely until he started watching like the Tom Holland stuff and Spider-Verse, he got more into it. But I don't think you can leave this film and not saying saying you didn't have a good time. It ticked all the boxes. Like I said, fun fight scenes, humorous moments, vulnerable moments. Great choreography in during different fight scenes and whatnot. Great action sequences and stuff like that. The stuff that they filmed up in Edinburgh, which one of my pals was up there when they were filming. He saw all the closed off roads and all this kind of shit. And it just flows so well. Yeah, you could dissect it more and say that didn't make. Well, why did they do this? Or that's a bit. That shit I don't care about. As long as I get, I'm happy. That's all. I can have Spider-Man looking at a piece of shit and just go about. Best film of all time, but it really was a great film. Again, I don't want to be too recency biased. How good in terms of up there with the MCU is it? Is it top 3 MCUs, top 5, top 10? It's up there for me. I'll give you all them sort of answers if I remember when we do the spoiler heavy review. But as it stands for me, I'm in terms of MCU, I'm like, yeah, best MCU film we've ever got. Recency bias, Spider-Man bias. But I think everybody's going to have a fun time. And I think everybody's going to re-fall in love with Tom Holland. Because I know a lot of people didn't hate him or fall out of love with him. But like a bit more like, yeah, Tom Holland's fine and shit like that. But Andrew Garfield, Tobey Maguire, hey. I feel like a lot of people are going to re-fall in love with how great Tom Holland really is as Spider-Man and Peter Parker and stuff like that. But yeah, you're all going to have an amazing time. If you haven't watched it, if you haven't watched it already, please let me know in the comments about how you thought. If you disagree with anything I'm saying, please let me know, because I'm not going to sit and be like, you're wrong because of it. It's your opinion, however you felt or however you seen it. The people next to me probably were a bit like, what the fuck is this guy? Because I'm like, it's fucking just in there. But yeah, visuals. What a horrible attempt at review this was. I could have just started recording saying, yeah, film was amazing. Thank you. See you later. Bye-bye. Because that's exactly what it was. It was outstanding. Like I said, I'm going to go later tonight in a couple of hours' time. Going again tomorrow night with the boys. And I got a full weekend of SummerSlam. So, very excited. Great time. Fucking quadrillion, billion, zillion out of 10. Amazing. Loved it. Visuals. Go check out Spider-Man. Brand new day. Marvel, give me loads of money. Because no matter what you put, I'm going to be like, that was amazing. Because I'm usually loving whatever you chuck at me. But visuals. Thank you so much for watching. That is my spoiler-free review, if you can even call it that. And apart from that, visual, thanks so much for watching. And we would always keep being you and keep on. We only do this Superhero Wednesday, but we're going to do it for this. Keep being you and keep on. Oh, web slinging on.